Hi, welcome to. Wait, crap. Oh my gosh. Hi, this is Jessi Styles. I was like, welcome to what?
Hi, this is Jessi Styles. Welcome to Jessi Styles. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be doing a blonding video and we are going to be using all Fanola products. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably know by now that I am a Fanola artist. I love everything in their line. Their No Yellow shampoo is what got me hooked on them, and now I've tried their masks, their colors, their deep conditioners, their products, and I love it all. So I'm going to be showing you today my favorite products from them. We're going to be using their lightener, their toners, their masks, their leave-in, all of that fun stuff. So if you are interested in watching this, stay tuned. Okay, you guys, let's jump right into mixing. So as you can see here, I have all my Fanola products out. I'm going to be using the Orotherapy line today. I'm going to be using the Orotherapy 24K Lightener. This lightener is incredible. I've been using it for a few months now, and I really do like the lift it gives me. I like that it's a pretty heavily blue-based powder so that it tones while it lifts. So I'm just mixing up a little bit at a time, and I'm going to be mixing this with 20 volume. I'm using the Orotherapy developer with it. I only like to mix a little bit at a time because most lighteners do swell if you mix too much. So you guys kind of know that my rule of thumb with any lightener that I use is I usually just do like 1 or 2 scoops at a time, and then you can remix if needed. I'm also using their bond connector. It comes with this little teaspoon that I'm using, and I'm doing 2 of those, mixing that in. That bond connector is similar to Olaplex in the sense that it is going to protect the hair while we lift it. Alright, so you can see here that my client has some darker regrowth and some faded out blonde. I've done her hair once before and it was over 6 months ago, and she's just kind of been letting it grow out and now she's ready for a refresh. So I would say that her natural is about a level 6, and then she has those honey blonde ends. I remember the first time I did her hair, she didn't have much blonde in her hair, so that was kind of our first session, and now we're trying to get her even lighter. So I am parting off for a full highlight, and then we are going to start foiling.
The summer's calling. The summer's calling. If the kingdom is overthrown, meet me at the
For my full highlight today, I did a pattern where I have 2 sections in the front going off of her natural part, and in the back I did an upside down triangle at the top, and then I have these 2 sections in the back which I'm just going to work up on a diagonal. So I'm starting here on the left side. I'm just doing a regular highlight. I don't necessarily want to do like a tightly packed baby light here. Yes, we are trying to get her a little bit lighter, but I also want it to have some dimension. I'm not really looking to take her a solid blonde. I want it to be more of like a beige blonde with a little bit of a root shadow, because she does like having a natural grow out. So I'm taking a little bit bigger sections than I would for like a white blonde highlight, if that makes sense. So we are just working our way up this section, doing the back first, and then we will move into the front.
I know that I can't be without you. This bond is solid gold. We're a diamond and an emerald. It took me forever to find you. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been through the cold and darkest days. The summer's calling. as we wait for the smoke to clear and we watch our dreams appear.
For the front section, I'm just starting right above the ear, working my way up, and then I'm going to be doing some slices when I get close to like the money piece area, but I'm not necessarily wanting to blonde her full hairline because we want that kind of rooted dimensional blonde. But the most important part about holding a foil above the ear, because it can be really hard, is just making sure tension is key. Hold your foil really tight, hold the hair really tight, and just make sure that everything stays in place, because I feel like the nape and the ear are the two areas it's easiest to get bleeders and get foils slipping. So that's my biggest tip for foiling around this area, because it can be kind of tricky.
I know that we can rise together. This vision that we share is ours. Together we can touch the stars. I know that we will see December. 'Cause when it's all over.
Also, I am using the new Framar brushes from their Desert Bloom collection. I just have to say this is one of my favorite brushes that Framar has ever released. It glides on the hair so nicely. It just blends everything out as you're working with it, and I absolutely love it. I've literally been using it on every client, and I just have to say that I am like the luckiest girl in the whole world to have both Fanola and Framar sponsor me. So just wanted to take a second to say how grateful I am, because they are two companies that I used long before they sponsored me, and I truly believe in their products, and that just makes a huge difference because I'm actually promoting things I believe in, and that's all I will ever do. So just wanted to let you guys know that.
The love that you give will be there to guide you in every way.
Now that I'm to the hairline, I want to slice a few pieces out just because I do want like a strong money piece that blends nicely into the highlights. So as you can see right here, this is my first slice. This is on the right side of her head. I'm going to do 2 back-to-back slices and then lead into that with a highlight so that it blends really nicely. And I'm going to do the same thing on the left side.
Through the cold and darkest day, the summer's calling. The summer's calling. The summer's calling. If the kingdom is overthrown, meet me at the cornerstone. I know that I can't be without you. This bond is solid gold. We're a diamond and an emerald. It took me forever to find you. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been through the cold and darkest day. The summer's calling.
Okay, so now I am finishing the last section. As you can see, the whole back is foiled, that left side is foiled, and we are finishing up the right side. I just have to say that this lightener really does work so well. As I was finishing off this side, we were checking the back and it was almost already done. The 20 volume really worked well with her hair. Since she was pre-lightened, she really didn't need any higher than 20 volume. And since we had the bond connector in there, it protected the hair as we lifted. And I'm just so impressed with like the lift we got and the no damage. It was just incredible. Okay, so now we're mixing up her toner. I'm using the No Yellow color line. The colors that I'm mixing up today are the 8 Ice, 9 Ice, and T.02. This is a cream color, and I'm going to be mixing it with 3.5 volume because they are toners, and I don't want to open up the cuticle too much by using a higher developer. So I'm mixing all three of these together equal parts, and that is what we are going to tone her with.
As we wait for the smoke to clear and we watch our dreams appear, I know that we can rise together. This vision that we share is ours. Together we can touch the stars. I know that we will see December. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give.
Okay, so this is everything I'm going to be using on her at the bowl. So we have a root shadow color, the toner you just saw me mix up, my comb, and then we have the Orotherapy shampoo and the Orotherapy mask. I'm going to wash her with this shampoo very first after I pull the foils, and then I'm going to put that mask on mids to ends so it can sit while we do the base.
We'll be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been through the cold and darkest day. The summer's calling.
The reason I like to shampoo before toning is because I feel like it really cleanses our canvas. It removes any impurities and buildup from either the lightener or from hair product they were using, and it really just gives us a clean canvas to tone with. I'm using the Orotherapy shampoo and mask because they are the same brand as that lightener. It's all a Fanola product, and those lighteners are formulated to go with the shampoo and the mask since it's all the same line, so I feel like it's going to give us consistency across the board. So I shampooed, I have that mask on the mids to ends right here, and I am just combing it out. As you can see, working through that mask is really easy. Her hair is really easy to comb through, no damage, and she lifted really, really well, which I'm super impressed with. So I'm going to be combing through, and then we are going to be adding that base color. I am using Redken Shades EQ for her root shadow today. We are using 5N6NA. I'm just going to be doing like a slight root shadow. I'm not smudging it or bringing it down too far because I do want her to be ultimately pretty blonde with just like a little bit of depth at the root. So this is what I'm using on her base. We're going to be doing the root shadow, and then around the hairline it's going to be a little bit less dramatic with more of just like a subtle tap, and then we are going to be toning her ends. As soon as I'm done applying the root shadow, I comb everything through just so that it blends really well. Keep in mind we still have that mask on the mids to ends so that me combing through doesn't create any splotchiness or harsh lines. And then I let this sit about 15 minutes before I tone the ends. Okay, so now I'm rinsing out the mask after this has sat for about 15 minutes. I'm not rinsing out her base color. A lot of you know that sometimes I will rinse it out, sometimes I won't. It kind of just depends on the result I'm going for. But right here, I'm just focusing on rinsing out the mask so that we can tone. I like to work that base color in with the toner so that it all blends together really well. So I am using that toner now that we mixed up in the back, and this is a cream consistency, so it can be a little bit hard to get out of a bottle like I'm doing here. So just keep in mind that if you do a bottle, you kind of have to work at it a little bit. You could also mix it up with like a brush and a bowl and paint it on as well. So it's just kind of personal preference, but I really do like the way that this toner worked. I will be honest, I was a little bit nervous. You guys know that I'm really used to like Redken Shades EQ, Goldwell Colorants. Those are my two color lines that I go to all of the time, but I really, really loved the way that these toners worked. I've been using Fanola for a long time, but I just never really get into the habit of grabbing their toners because I am just so used to using what I've used forever. But I really feel like as an artist, we really need to like branch outside of our bubbles. It's so easy to get stuck in a comfort zone and just use the same formulas, the same products, the same tools, but something
thing that really inspires me as an artist is using new things. If I get a new blow dryer or a new color I want to try out, it just makes me excited to go back to work and try that out. So it's really fun to kind of step outside your comfort zone, and that's what I did today here with these colors, and I'm so glad I did because this literally gave me like the perfect icy beige, and I don't think I could have achieved that with anything else. And I'm not just saying that, I was so impressed. You guys can even see here as it's toning in the bowl that it's just a beautiful tone, and I just loved it so much. So I will definitely be diving deeper into the No Yellow color line because I love it and I'm officially a fan. I like to reinforce all of my toners with purple shampoo right after. Redken Shades EQ has like a shampoo agent in it, so sometimes when I use that, I don't necessarily shampoo after, but sometimes I do if I want to like just kind of kick out any remaining brass. But also I don't like to use regular shampoo right after a toner. And since Goldwell and Fanola are both cream based, I usually do shampoo afterwards. And if I use a regular shampoo, it can just strip it out like I had said. So using a purple shampoo really reinforces that. So I am using the No Yellow shampoo, obviously. It's like the only purple shampoo I use. And that just kind of helps reinforce everything and give it a really nice tone. And oh my gosh, you guys, look at this color. It is beautiful. I absolutely love the way this turned out. It's literally like the perfect icy beige. It has both tones in it. The root shadow is so subtle. The blonde is really poppin'. I just am obsessed with it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have you ever used any of the Fanola products that I used today? If so, let me know how you like them. And if not, then you definitely should because I highly recommend everything that I used today. I will link their website down below so you guys can check them out. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I am so grateful for my platform here, and I'm just so excited that you guys like watching hair videos as much as I do because I always watch videos to stay inspired. I feel like it's the best way to kind of get your gears going and get inspired and just feel the passion for the industry again. And I just am so grateful for you guys. So thank you so much for watching once again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day.
The summer's calling. The summer's calling. If the kingdom is overthrown, meet me at the cornerstone. I know that I can't be without you. This bond is solid gold. We're a diamond and an emerald. It took me forever to find you. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give